Before we dive in, I've got something for you. If you're studying for the ARE, you don't need to figure it out alone. Inside my free resource hub, you'll find study guides, resource guides, pop quizzes, and other tools designed to make exam prep a whole lot easier. Head to dci.beyoungdesign.com/resources or check the link in the show notes to grab it now. It's completely free. All right, enjoy the show. Hey, it's Bryn. So what you're about to listen to is actually a quick audio recap generated from one of our live Mind Over ARE coaching calls. These are meant to give you a little bite-sized takeaway and some motivation to help you pass your next architecture exam. All right, let's dive in.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we've got something a little different, a coaching highlight. This is from one of the Mind Over ARE calls, the ones inside ABC Club Premium. Like a great way to get a feel for how head coach Shika helps break down these, tricky ARE 5.0 questions. Really shows you what NCRB is looking for. Let's unpack this one.
Yeah, this question is fascinating because it really gets to the heart of passive design principles. It shows how one question can really test your understanding on multiple levels, not just memorization.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in. Here's the scenario for you listening. Imagine you're designing a public library. It's in Arizona. And the team really wants to cut down on mechanical cooling, use the climate. So the question is, which structural system would best support that passive cooling strategy?
Okay.
And the options are A, lightweight steel frame with metal decking, B, heavy concrete frame with exposed slabs, C, wood post and beam with lightweight sheathing, or D, an aluminum curtain wall with thin steel mullions. What's your first gut reaction? So, Arizona, passive cooling, lots of things might come to mind, right? Like shade, maybe evaporative cooling.
Definitely. Those are important out there. But notice the question specifically asks about the structural system.
Ah, right. The structure itself.
Exactly. So that should point you towards thinking about thermal mass.
Okay, thermal mass. Why is that so key in a place like Arizona?
Well, Arizona typically has these big swings in temperature, right? Hot days, but it cools down quite a bit at night. That's your diurnal swing. Thermal mass takes advantage of that.
All right.
Basically, the mass absorbs heat during the hot day.
Okay.
And then releases that heat slowly when it gets cooler at night. Helps keep the inside more stable.
Right, sort of evening things out. So, looking at the options again. Lightweight steel, aluminum curtain wall. Those are options A and D. They don't feel very massy.
You're spot on. And the key word there, besides mass, is thermal bridging.
Thermal bridging, like conducting heat.
Precisely. Think of putting a metal spoon in a hot pot. It gets hot really fast, right?
Yeah.
Steel and aluminum are like that spoon. They're great conductors.
So they just pull the outside heat right into the building.
Pretty much. They work against what you're trying to achieve with passive cooling through mass. So A and D, probably not our best bet.
Okay, that makes sense. So we're left with C, wood post and beam, and B, heavy concrete. Wood is often, seen as a good insulator. Why wouldn't that be the answer here?
Wood is a good insulator, absolutely. It slows heat transfer. But the question is about supporting passive cooling through storing heat through thermal mass. And wood, well, it just doesn't have the density. It can't store nearly as much heat as concrete.
Ah, okay. So it's about storage capacity, which leaves us with B, heavy concrete frame with exposed slabs.
Yes. Now, some people get a bit confused here. They see low thermal resistance, sometimes associated with concrete, and think heat just flows right through.
Right.
But concrete has high thermal mass. It's dense. It can soak up a lot of heat energy. And exposed slabs just means the interior surfaces, like maybe a polished concrete floor, can directly interact with the room air.
So they can absorb the heat from inside during the day.
Exactly. And then gently radiate it back out at night when it's cooler. It acts like a thermal battery. It's really a perfect fit for that Arizona climate. If you want a great visual, the direct gain section in MEB, the handbook, it shows this really well.
That really clarifies it. So the big takeaway here for you listening is read that question carefully. It wasn't just a passive strategy, but which structural system supports it, specifically through mass. And, it's interesting. We hear this in the coaching calls. Sometimes people feel like B is right, but they doubt themselves.
Yes. And that brings up such an important point about trusting your intuition, but also backing it up. You need to critically think about how these things, materials, climate, structure, all work together. It's not just picking parts from a list.
Absolutely. What a great breakdown. We really dug into thermal mass, bridging, and why that heavy concrete was the answer. It shows how analyzing even one question can really deepen your design thinking.
And that's the goal, isn't it? Understanding these principles makes you a better designer long after the exam is over. It informs how you approach creating buildings that truly respond to their environment.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So, this deep dive, it's just a taste of what happens inside ABC Club Premium. In Premium, you get these live coaching calls with experts like Shika. You get accountability partners and access to the whole library of these coaching highlights, all searchable. If you want that kind of support for the ARE, definitely check out Premium. You can learn more and join us at dci.beyonddesign.com/ABC Club. We'll put the link in the description too.
Thanks for listening today. Hey, remember, you've got free resources waiting for you at dci.beyonddesign.com/resources. And when you're ready for deeper support and to come hang out with us, join us inside the ABC Club and ABC Club Premium, where you are going to get the help you need to pass your exam and actually enjoy the process. So don't let another week go by without moving forward. Take action. You got this. Check the links in the show notes and join us inside the club.